So you mean to tell me that the world sees the genocidal action of the state of Israel? No, Benjamin Netanyahu in Gaza, the starvation, the killing of a young boy that was going for food for his family. And in response, America sends a bunch of congressional Republican delegation to Israel. And we all know that. There's something called the AIPAC. And we all know that. Israeli lobbyists, lobbying firms, pay both parties. Let's not make it about one party. They are paying these politicians to look the other way. And then you will call this trying to get to the roots of the matter? Hey folks, John here. Thank you for tuning in and welcome back once again to This World My Take, where the headlines meets real talk. Folks, how you guys doing? This is Saturday, the early mornings, and I'm doing this because we have a whole lot to say, folks, and I hope you had a great week. Folks, I want us to talk about the situation of the U.S. Congressional Republican delegation that was sent to Israel to actually check, to investigate and verify if all these things that are being said online and posted online about the starvation and the genocidal actions of Benjamin Netanyahu is actually real. And guess what? These folks, they go and they meet the person perpetrating these acts. We're about to talk about it, but before we do, folks, please support the platform, hit that subscribe button, smash that like, turn on your notification so that whenever we do drop something, you'll be the first to know. First, let's get into this whole issue. So recently, there's a photo online that is disturbing. There is an article online that is really and deeply disturbing and disheartening. A group of U.S. Congressional Republican delegation stood and took a photo with Mr. Benjamin Netanyahu. They were welcomed with open arms. Like, these guys left the United States to go to Israel to investigate all these allegations. It's not even allegations. These are things that are real. We've seen people being starved like those that were held in concentration camps in Germany. And it is saddening to know that these same people that the world cried for, pleaded for, supported when Hitler was actually going ham on them. These are the same people perpetuating the same things on the innocent and defenseless people of the Gaza Strip. Yes, they are killing children. They are killing women. They are using starvation as a tool of war. That is what these people are using, ladies and gentlemen. And the best thing that America can do, we all know about it, but America has been supporting Israel. There was a vote in the U.S. to stop this war, and the only country that vetoed was America, which is why we need to do away with all this UN and veto power. And I am glad that so many countries are turning towards BRICS, which is going to put the South in position. I mean, we've seen that they are growing. And this same country that is supporting Israel, they will send this delegation of Republican congressmen. We all know that the Republicans are deep in the pockets of Netanyahu and Jewish, donors. Now, I'm not going to say that every Jew is this way because I don't want to generalize. I don't want to use one brush to paint the whole Jewish community. Let me just say the Zionist. And these guys went to Israel, and guess who they meet? And guess who they had a conversation with? It's like somebody, there's a known drug dealer in your neighborhood, and this drug dealer is actually, paying the police chief to shut up while he does his drug deals. And then you send the police chief, or this police chief sends his officers to go talk to this drug dealer about the drugs being sold in that community. It doesn't work like that. And this man, I'm talking about Benjamin Netanyahu, he goes around bragging that he had a working session where he spoke to these people, and he was like, he met with the AIPAC organized delegation of the Republican members of the U.S. Congress. And he said he briefed these members of Congress on the war in Gaza, And he commented on the issues of the humanitarian assistance. We all know that these folks, they stop all other forms of UN humanitarian assistance in the disguise, and they keep claiming that this assistance is going to Hamas. We've even seen videos of Jewish Zionist settlers breaking and destroying aid that is supposed to go to people, and they come on camera and say, let them die. And there was a woman that there's a video I saw of a woman that has 8 kids, and she's talking about stop the food going to these kids and let them die. Somebody with 8 kids. Now, I don't know how the Zionists think. I don't know what the beliefs are in the Zionist kingdom. But let me say this. These are a bunch of demons. These are a bunch of, I don't even know how it is. I swear if I ever came across a Zionist, I would not even want to have a conversation with them. And he's talking about, and one of the things that the Prime Minister mentions after this meeting is that Hamas is pushing a campaign to make them look bad. No, Hamas is not pushing any campaign to make them look bad. There are people that have been there and they've seen what you guys are doing to these defenseless people. And this Prime Minister also referred to the efforts of the release of the hostages, the Israeli hostages, which Hamas took. Let me say this. October 7th was a very bad thing that happens. But when you look underneath, they knew exactly what they were doing. I'm talking about Benjamin Netanyahu knew exactly what he was doing. They knew the idea, knew that this was coming, and they had planned it a year before. So do not be carried away with all this razzmatazz thing he's talking online. And he claims that he answered questions from the members of Congress on regional issues and expanding the Abraham Accord, which we've heard Donald J. Trump post and tweet about. And during this meeting, the U.S. Representative Abraham Adel arrived. Now, let me say this. I don't know what these people think they are doing, but we can now agree that Adolf Hitler was right in what he was doing. I'm sorry this is going to provoke a whole lot of you, but I'm not going to look at Adolf Hitler any longer as a bad person, because if these people could go through what Adolf Hitler did to them, and they are doing the same thing today to these kids, starving mothers, killing people, going for food. Hey, man, this world is complicated. We will keep talking about it. Stay blessed, folks.